Thank you, Randall. Thank you, Chance, for opening up. I appreciate that. And to our guest this evening, we really appreciate you joining us. This is a business launch meeting for both Chance and Randall and Randy. And you're going to get to see some information that is groundbreaking. You're going to see and hear some information that you've never heard before. So just open your mind up and get ready to hear, like I said, some groundbreaking information about a technology that's been in business now for over 20 years. It is helping change lives health-wise all over the world, operating in 80 countries. And it's just really super duper. I was retired uh, from the direct sales industry 3 years ago, and I had a kidney transplant almost 3 years ago, and so I retired just before I had my kidney transplant, and I had no intentions of doing anything else, zero. And a friend of mine shared this information with me. As a matter of fact, he's on our Zoom tonight, Mark Delgado. And we actually got involved in it because my wife had injured her foot and she just couldn't get it healed to the point she could wear a shoe on that foot, at least with a back on the shoe. So I contacted Mark and asked him if his technology that he was marketing would could help her, and he said yes. So we got my wife starting to use the stem cell activation patch, and and then I started digging deeper and deeper into the company, the product, the founder, the inventor, and everything. And I found out that I was looking at maybe the greatest wellness technology of my lifetime and the greatest financial opportunity of my lifetime. And I've been in several really great ones, but this one seemed to be the best I'd ever seen. So that brought me out of retirement, and that's been just about a year ago. And it's been a really fun and cool thing to do over the last year. And my friends, Randy San Miguel and Chance Metis up in the Wichita Falls area, we've known each other for a better part of maybe 15, 18 years. And I immediately got in touch with them because I knew the Wichita Falls market was such a great market. And there was a lot of people up there that needed help wellness wise, and some wanted help financially. So they're involved in my business now, and that's the reason for this launch that we're doing tonight. So that's a little bit about me, and uh, just before I leave this, I started taking that patch, and over the last years, my health has never been better in the last 20 years. It has just been an amazing transformation for my health, even after my kidney transplant. I feel so much younger. So I might not look younger, but I feel so much younger, and that's what counts. So just hang on. I'm going to share some information with you. I'm going to share my screen and see if we can get going. Just bear with me 1 second, please. I will ask you, are you looking at my desktop screen? Chance, yes or no? Chance. Okay. Okay. You too, Randy. Okay. Here's what we're going to be sharing with you. We're going to be sharing a company called LifeWave. LifeWave. And tonight is the stem cell activation launch event for both of these gentlemen on here that invited you. So let me just kind of go ahead and dig into it. Now, when I first started looking at this business, and the company and everything, the first thing I wanted to do is I wanted to look and research the founder, the inventor, the person that created the products that we're going to be looking at tonight. Uh, his name is David Schmidt, and David David is a very interesting guy. He is the CEO, the inventor of what we call the X39 patch, which is the stem cell reactivation patch. This gentleman, what I found out is he had 200 patents to his name, 200, and that he was a scientist and an inventor. He wasn't a salesperson, he was a scientist and inventor, and he specialized in age reversing. That got my attention. In 2008, David focused his attention on stem cell research. He spent 10 years and $4.5 million of his own money just developing this stem cell reactivation technology that we're marketing today that is exploding all over 80 countries across the world. That's what you're going to be looking at. Before I really get into it, I want you to know how this technology even developed. How could somebody come up with this? Well, David Schmidt, the inventor and the CEO of LifeWave, back in 2002, he was contracted by the U.S. Navy, specifically for the Navy SEALs, to come up with a way of creating energy for the Navy SEALs after they came off of one of their major assignments. They're drained, and it takes them so much time to rebuild back up in the natural sense. They wanted something that would rebuild them faster. David invented and patented something called the energy enhancer. They didn't want a pill to swallow or powder to come on. That's when he invented the the energy enhancer on the patch that is patented. Okay. It was so successful with the U.S. Navy SEALs. And think about this. This was some 23 years ago. So you might be hearing about this for the first time, but it's been around a long time. Here's the deal. It was so successful creating energy for these warriors that most of the athletes around the world, especially in our NBA, NFL, professional tennis, and so forth, they got word of this and they started wearing that energy enhancer patch. I mean, it was all over the place, different sports groups, but all of the pros or the ones that really wanted to boost their energy started wearing it. And I mean, it happened for tennis, Serena, David Beckham. You can see the patches on them. So I mean, it was really successful in the swimming, in NBA. I mean, it was hugely successful, even though you and I didn't even know it was happening at the time. But it's pretty amazing what it developed. In any event, that's how it all started. And then from there, another 8 or 9 different patches to affect different types of wellness in the body were developed. And the big kahuna is the X39 stem cell reactivation patch. Here's a good thing for you and me, especially if you're interested in the business aspect of what we've got. Remember, I told you he had 200 patents? Well, he's got some really cool patents on different things, but his patents cover this stem cell activation technology. As a matter of fact, you see, you don't get a patent unless you can prove that what you've got works. And in the particular patent for this stem cell reactivation technology, here's some of the things it said. As a result of elevating copper peptide, including activation stem cells, improvement in energy, elevation in antioxidants, reduction in inflammation, management of pain, improvement in stamina, elevation of collagen production, and improved wound healing. Those are those are all in the patents. And for you and me, that ensures us that we're not going to be competing against anyone with this product because it's ours specifically. So let's talk a little bit about what stem cells are. Now, when I first got started, I didn't know that much about it other than what I had heard on the news, taking embryos and making stem cell injections and so forth. But let's dig a little bit down. What are stem cells? Stem cells are the master cells and building blocks for the body. Whatever we are, it's because of stem cell. It's their job to naturally repair and renew. Stem cells are found throughout the body in various tissues and organs. Stem cells replenish dying cells and regenerate damaged tissue by entering the bloodstream where they migrate to areas most in need of repair and renewal. That's what stem cells are. In other words, without stem cells, we would not be here. Okay. And the real cool thing is here's some other facts. Why X39 stem cell activation patch? Why? Because stem cells make up every organ in our body. As you age, stem cells become dormant. This is really key. At age 30, only 50% of your stem cells are active. In other words, 50% of what you've had all of your life are now dormant, meaning they don't work anymore. They're asleep. You still have them, but they're asleep. At age 60, which really got my attention, less than 10% of your stem cells are active. So, I mean, look, as people age, the more they age, the easier it is to have wellness issues or accidental issues, and it's also the hardest to recover from them. Remember, as a young person, when you had bruise yourself or maybe have a sprained ankle, you'd get over it in a few days. But as you age, especially as you get past 30, headed to 50 and 60, it takes a long time to get over and recover. Well, no more. The opportunity happens by creating solutions. Current problems to solve, no one knows stem cells become dormant. The information that I just gave you, I'm sure you didn't know it. If you did, good for you. But most people do not know that their stem cells, their ability to recover and renew are almost gone. So many people are struggling financially also. That's a good thing about this. It's a beautiful technology that helps people, and it's a beautiful financial opportunity that can help people. LifeWave offers solutions, stem cell reactivation, income generating business. How does the X39 work? Okay, good question. We have a proprietary form of phototherapy. I'll explain that in a second. Patented nanocrystal technology, but there are no drugs, no chemicals, or no stimulants. That's pretty cool. What happens is the patch reflects light to activate. Let me explain. Our body emits light constantly, all the time. Infrared light and light. It does that constantly. You've seen some of the detective shows where the crook's hiding out in the weeds and the detective's got a light that shines out there and he glows like, a red orange or something. That's because the light is emitting. Well, here's what happens with our phototherapy, phototechnology. The light that is being emitted from our body all the time, instead of just going into the atmosphere, the patch captures the light and it turns it around and sends it back into the body, searching for the copper peptides. Now, but here's the deal. The way it reflects it back is we have a patented nanocrystal technology on the patch. Think of the nanocrystal technology as tiny mirrors that are positioned on that patch so that when that those lights come to the patch, those tiny mirrors, the nanocrystals, sends it back on a frequency where it connects with the organs of our body to help produce those X39 stem cell reactivation. But it is non-transdermal and non-invasive. So, what are the benefits of X39? Increased strength, reduce inflammation, increase stamina, energy and vitality, mental clarity, restored muscle and skeletal conditions, improved sleep, improved skin appearance. I got to tell you, when I started on this, remember I told you I had a kidney transplant and I wasn't as chipper as I used to be. Uh, but my strength and my sleeping was the first to be affected. All of a sudden, I was sleeping all night long, wake up refreshed, and my strength, uh, I really gained a lot of strength. And a lot of the inflammation that had been in my body had gone. So that's some cool things to happen to someone. If you need more strength and you need more stamina, in any event, these are the things that can be affected by this. The X39 long-term results. Your body has some 20 plus thousand genes in your body. And the stem cell X39 reactivation technology, it'll reset up to 4,000 genes in your body. That's in excess of 20% of the genes in your body that are just asleep. Okay. Your brain become balanced. You think clearly. I mean, your left side is connecting with your right side now. The collagen increases in your skin. Your heart reverses in age. It's not anti-aging, it's age reversal. So anyone that's on these patches for 9 months, their heart is going to anti-age up to 7 years. So that's pretty cool, for someone that's already in the fourth quarter of their life. You can help your heart, reduce. Uh, that's pretty cool. So how do you wear the X39 stem cell patch? You wear it on the back of your neck, there at the bottom where that vertebrae sticks out at the very bottom of your neck, or you can put it on under your belly button. Now, these are the locations that the company located and placed in their patent so that it would be a consistent thing for the patent office to approve. But in reality, you can put that patch anywhere on your body where there's flesh. So it works. So that's a pretty cool thing. And what you do is we normally put ours on about 8 o'clock in the morning when we get up, had our coffee and so forth. We slap that patch on, and then and that helps us elevate, activate, and regenerates the things in our body for that 12 hours that it's on. And then about 8 o'clock at night, we remove the patch, and that then we rest and repair and rejuvenate. Put it back on the next morning. So it's really easy to use. I know you've heard of people paying tens of thousands of dollars for stem cell injections. Some of them have to leave the country to get it. Well, this is a fabulous way to accomplish what you want to and not have to spend all that money. Besides, not all of those injections work. Anyway, uh, look, as we start to wind this down, I uh, I just want you to know that we have two major websites. If someone heard everything you heard tonight and you still want more information, you can go to either one of these websites. This is it team website and this is it info.com. I recommend I go to thisisit.info.com. And I don't think there's anything you can ask that's not covered on that website, including the patents, the testing of everything, testimonies about people and so forth, definitions of photolite there. Everything you could think of is on that thisisit.info.com. Uh, Now, to kind of wrap things up, I want you to hear a couple of testimonies, and I've actually got three of them that I want you to hear. I want uh, I want to bring up first of all one of the partners that we set this launch Zoom up for, Mr. Randy San Miguel, and let Randy just kind of give you his testimony about a couple of things that this has done for him. Randy?
Thank you, Donnie. Thank you. Again, hello and welcome. I was brought this by Donnie Anderson and Chance Manus, two guys that I've known for over 20 years. And I respect and wholeheartedly trust these two. They brought this to me. They showed me how it works. We talked about it, showed me videos, showed me testimonies. And I said to myself, well, I'm falling apart. Why not give it a try? What do I have to lose? I'm not putting anything into my body. I'm just using this phototherapy. I'm glad they did. This is why. They knew I was a skeptic, but I listened to what they had to say. I had been having issues with my shoulder. I had surgery on it 6 years ago, and I, for months, I've been having issues with it. And it got to the point where I told my wife, I says, I have to have this checked out. Something's not right. I need to check this out. Well, I started wearing this patch on the 21st of August. 2.5 weeks after wearing the patch, no, excuse me, 1.5 weeks after wearing this patch, I says to my Lisa, I says, I'm not having problems with my shoulder. And I'm thinking, could this really be? I mean, that fast? But I hadn't done anything different. All I'd done was wear the patch. Now, even better than that, I've been battling total cholesterol since the mid 80s. I was getting readings of 200 and 300 total counts on my cholesterol. I had lab results done, and they came back saying that my problem wasn't my shoulder; it was my arthritis. And so I've been wearing this patch for probably uh, a month and a half, and and I, oh gosh, I had the blood work done. They came back, said 98, and that just totally blew my mind. And I said, how, I haven't done anything other than start wearing this patch. And blood work doesn't lie. So uh, it just keeps getting better. I feel when I retired from the Air Force, I quit thinking. I was retired. I just quit thinking, and it got bad. It got so bad to the point that I started asking questions and researching and what is Alzheimer's? And in my research and in my readings, I started hearing about this brain fog. And I just can't, I can remember back when I uh, went to, for example, go get my sunglasses. They weren't there. And I could stop in my tracks. I could think back and I could, where have I been, da, 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 in my mind. And in my mind, I find my sunglasses and I go look, and sure enough, they're there. I lost that. It got that bad. I lost that. I feel like I'm here. My mind is clearing up. It's not all the way clear, but it's definitely clearing up. I feel more energetic, and I'm just going like a dang ever ready bunny. It's just blowing my mind. I'm so glad these guys brought this to me. I just felt I needed to share this with family and friends. And there you go. I'll give it back to you, Donnie.
All right. Thank you, Randy. That's awesome. So gratifying to see that you're feeling better and you're kind of getting your old self back. I want to bring Chance in and give Chance to just a chance to just tell us a little bit about him and what's going on with him with the technology. Chance Manis.
Well, Donnie, really, my health is actually good. The I really just looked at it from a heart standpoint. My family actually has a lot of heart issues. So after being on the patch for 6 months, I actually did the heart or a test, and it actually said my heart can or cardiovascular was 10 years younger. So the other thing that I've really noticed different is the fact that, I work out 4 to 5 times a week, but I was feeling tired and exhausted and recovery was taking a long time. But now with these patches, I'm ready to go the next day. So everything's feeling great and good. So like I said, like Randy said, I'm ready to share and help everybody out.
Great. That's awesome. Thank you, Chance. Uh, I'd like to bring up the person that told me about the business. He's had about 2 years experience with LifeWave. He's doing fabulous, and he's got some great stories about what's happened to him. And his name is Mark Delgado, really good friend. Mark, share your news with them.
Yes. Hey, actually, I better turn my phone on silent. Yeah, it's definitely a pleasure to, be here and just, share my testimony to individuals, because just peeling and sticking this technology on the body is truly life-changing. I received a phone call that from a good friend of mine that I trusted. He had a lot of credibility with me, and he told me about the technology. And I didn't research. I'm not a researcher. I took I trusted him. I knew he wasn't trying to do anything funny, and it worked for him. And my philosophy was, hey, it might work for me. He didn't know when he called me that I tore my MCL about 30 days prior. My orthopedic wanted to do surgery on my left knee, and it felt like a knife was jabbing in my knee. It hurt. I mean, it hurt pretty bad. And so I just peeled and stuck this patch on my body, and I cannot tell you when that discomfort went away. It just went away. I did not have to have knee surgery. And I was also going to the restroom every hour on the hour, which I thought that was just part of aging, and it's really not. And within 30 days, my wife informed me that I wasn't getting up anymore at night. So I was actually sleeping. I wasn't a zombie by Thursday during the week because I really wasn't getting any sleep. And so now I sleep, which is great. Something that wasn't on my radar, I have a roofing company and an insulation company. And about 29 years ago, one of my job sites, I got heat stroke so severely it destroyed my body's mechanism to perspire. So, perspiring for the human body is a good thing because it allows the body to, escape the heat within the body. Well, my body didn't do that from the neck down. So just imagine being a walking boiler in two industries where we're in the heat, and then I'm in the state of Texas where it's really hot. It was miserable. I really had the sun and basically the heat ruled my life. And June 23rd of 2024, 10 months after wearing this patch, it I came home and I said, Jody, touch my legs, touch my arms. I'm perspiring for the first time. And it just changed my life. I mean, the sun, the heat doesn't bother me anymore. Now I can, if I wanted to, go out and play golf in the middle of the afternoon with Donnie, but I can play golf with my son. We can go to the beach. We can do stuff outside that I don't have to worry about my body overheating really quickly. And the more you keep wearing this technology, your body keeps reverse aging. And I got my eyes checked, and now I don't have to really wear my readers anymore. And then my wife, she had migraines for 30 years, hadn't had a migraine since she's been wearing it. And she just read her book about maybe 3 weeks ago, read a book all by herself. I mean, she knows how to read, but she read it without her glasses, and she's been wearing glasses for years. And she did the natural thing that most it's a word we get all the time. You're not going to believe this, or at least a sentence. And she goes, Mark, you're not going to believe this. And I go, what? She goes, I read a book for the first time without my glasses. And so I'd encourage you, you have nothing to lose. Just peel and stick the technology on the body. It's going to change your life. You just got to give it time. It works on everybody all the time, every time. You just got to give it enough time because you're not going to be the one that defies science. And just peel and stick, and we're just glad you're here, and hopefully you see value here to get started.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. We do.
Absolutely.
Uh, Here's what I want to do. I want to go another couple of slides. I want you to see. I don't have them live with me, but you can Google these doctors. Dr. Joseph Peck, MD anesthesiologist. Here's what he says. He said, "I can say without a doubt that the X39 stem cell reactivation patch is the most significant medical breakthrough in my lifetime. It would be criminal not to share it with your loved ones." That's a very, very successful medical doctor. Again, take a picture of it, Google him, yeah, learn about him, and then you've got Dr. Stillman. Uh, a great guy, a great doctor. I give these patches to every patient in my practice. Why? Because I've seen what they can do supporting energy, recovery, mental clarity, and resilience. If I wouldn't give it to my own family, I wouldn't give it to you. I just wanted you to see a couple of, and if you go to the This Is It team website, you'll find many doctors' testimonies. The medical professional is really, really catching on to this and amazed with it. Let me go into a couple of the business part of the business. We've spent the last 25 minutes talking about the technology, how it works, what it does, and so forth. Let me touch on the business aspect of it because I was interested in that just as much as I was the technology. The company in 2021 was a $20 million company. And last year in 24, it was right at 600 million. That's a 3,000% growth in such a short period of time. And now pushing to be a $1 billion company. I mentioned a little earlier, we're operating in 80 countries throughout the world. This is a real giant. And the direct selling news, the direct selling association, it's kind of the watchdog of the direct network marketing industry throughout the world. And they've identified LifeWave as with the Bravo Growth Award, meaning for the last 2 years in a row, LifeWave has been identified as the fastest growing network marketing company in the world. In the world. Okay, that's a 3,000% increase from 2018 to 2024. Look, let me put that in perspective. It is very important if you're going to get involved in a business that you're on the right team. That's really important, being on the right team. Uh, Here's something to think about real quick. LifeWave has identified, as you're seeing right there, as the fastest growing network marketing company in the world. This Is It team is the fastest growing team within LifeWave. Champion Makers is which is the team we're on. This Is It team is a big umbrella under LifeWave, and under that umbrella is Champion Makers, which is our team. Our team is the fastest growing team in This Is It team. So hear my logic for a second. LifeWave is the fastest growing network marketing company in the world. This Is It team is the fastest growing team within LifeWave. Championship Makers is the fastest growing team, and This Is It team. So the way I calculate things, our team is the fastest growing network marketing company in the world. It's very important for you to be on the right team. I know so many world-class athletes in the NFL, NBA, baseball, and everything. World-class athletes, the best of the best, that never put the gold ring on their finger. Never. You want to know why? They were on the wrong team. However they got there, that's where they were. They were not on the right team. If it had been on the right team, it had gold everywhere. So my point is, we're on the right team right here if you're looking to do something, okay? Once again, the momentum is unquestionable. Now, there's there's a business side. There's a couple of ways to get involved with LifeWave for those that are looking at this for the first time. Number one, you can become a retail customer. A retail customer buys a 30-day supply of the X39 patches for $149, basically $150 at retail cost. That's that's for 30 days. It's something we call a sleeve of 30 patches. And that's retail. But I have not seen anyone I wanted to spend retail at because if you just want to be a customer, you can become what we call a preferred customer. That way you get the patches at distributor cost or $99.95 per sleeve. That averages out to about $3.20 a sleeve, something like that. And that's about half of what a cup of Starbucks would cost you. So it's very, very affordable. And then what you do is you're on what's called an auto scription every month. You get your supply of sleeves for the following month. Or you can become a brand partner. That's what we are. We get all of the benefits of the distributor cost of the patches we use. Plus, we have the ability to make money by sharing our information with other people. You can join our team, get wholesale pricing, share with people, build a part-time business, and earn money 9 different ways. Here is the entry level positions to become a brand partner. That's a rep. We call them brand partners. Now, keep this in mind. It costs you zero to become affiliated with LifeWave. The only thing you're going to spend when you become a brand partner is it just depends on what inventory do you want to start your business with. That's all it depends. You can go at the very left of what's called a core position for $295, and that gives you 3 sleeves. Remember, each sleeve has 30-day supply of patches. Okay, 3 of those, and here's what those 3 are designed for: one for you to use, and then maybe a spouse if you don't have a spouse, and then you have one as a spare for your inventory. You have a family member you want to get patched, someone that you want to help. Well, you've got an extra sleeve. That's what it's designed for. Or if you don't have a spouse, you've got 2 extra sleeves. It's your inventory. Any business has an inventory. Or you can become an advanced. This is the one we recommend, the advanced. It's $535. You get 6 sleeves of X39 patches. That's 6 30-day patches. And this opens up all of the compensation plan, the advanced package. Uh, that's what we recommend. Or you can have what's called the Advanced Plus. If you know that you're going to hit the ground running and you got people you got to get patched, this is $975 and you get 11 sleeves of X39. Or if you want the premium where you get the best price of $87.50 per sleeve, that's 20 sleeves you get, and that's $17.50. So you just decide what's good for you. And also there'll be a subscription, a month subscription where you'll get a 1 or 2 sleeves of patches every month so that you're continuing to have inventory to take and to share with other people. So it's like I say, it's just really your choice, which one you want to select, and we'll help you get going. This is what we call a launch Zoom for Chance and Randy uh, to introduce their people to what they're doing. And then people like myself and Mark will come on from time to time. We're here to support. We're here to answer questions. We're here to help those two build their business and their team. And we will be there for you also. In fact, this coming Monday night, we're going to do another launch Zoom. And if this is something you want to do, you can invite your people to go to that one. Well, that about wraps it up. And I'm going to kind of stop the sharing right now and bring us back to, y'all just bear with me just a second. I'm looking for, uh, appreciate everybody coming on tonight. And again, get the information about the Monday night launch Zoom that we'll be conducting this next Monday night, and you'll be available to come back to that Zoom if you want more information or get involved with these 2 brand partners here. And by golly, we'll do it for you next Monday night. Appreciate y'all coming on.